Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Cowboys will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Alabama's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out of it.
Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking. First pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws. He's going to have to settle in.
Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here.
Here we go.
Smith wants to throw. He's got his man. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Cowboys trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They move the tight end all over. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Alabama quickly back to the line. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They go to the ground. On the move at the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to punch it in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Smith dropping to pass. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown.
And that pass picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they've baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket. And they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. It's a reverse. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. Got him and nobody's close. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama! And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. Got a man. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Smith dropping to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Snatches it on the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now rolling to the left. Lets it fly. Got a wide open receiver. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Keeps it on the bootleg. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Snapped it in the shotgun. Looking left. Off the deflection, missed a great chance. Turnover, instead it'll be second down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And the DB making a huge... knocking it away downfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got it. In the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Right place, right time. Linebackers are usually big physical guys you see play the run a lot. Hard to get 2 interceptions in a game. Special player making special plays.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He looks that one in nicely. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Steps away to find some room. He's got the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And swatted down by the deep. the scoring opportunity.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
And back to the air on second down. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, we know down here. Zone. The windows are so small. Ball gets tipped like that. There are a lot of defenders lurking around. QB's lucky that one wasn't picked.
Buys a little time. Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. These 2 defenses have really been up to the task so far, and it's hard to ignore how each of these 2 secondaries have impacted things. They've stayed true to their assignments, covering each receiver like a blanket. And you know what else they've done? They've wrapped up and tackled. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And a good, solid pickup there before the... down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now... How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. This offense has a second down play. Leaves it with the running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field. And as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with with how they get this guy the ball.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of running room. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. Chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Give to the running back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Power ahead. Touchdown, Alabama! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup is still short of the 1st down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Well, they get another big run for a 1st down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big...
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Makes his connection. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third down, he drops to throw. Showing the arm straight down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Swings it out to the flat. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Smith dropping to pass. Using the quick game. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They're bringing heat. He's got it in the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Oh, I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. You know, usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action, slide and give him the rock.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Okay, ready? Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab. Touchdown Tide. They move on top here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Smith wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop of this running game. As they get the 1st down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. And they're barely able to stop the score. They'll mark it at the 1.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They've loved to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Kentucky was able to come away with the win, as they have in Lexington so many times before, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Smith dropping to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Nothing but green ahead. The 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitz that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Just steamrolling the defense. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll try the run. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team.